Hello my wasabis, this is Jerby from Couch Wasabis. So for today's video, I'm going to be comparing the difference if you use a Lily Drip with your V60 versus your regular V60. If it affects the taste or does it really capture the sweet notes of your bean. So if this is something that you'd want to see, then please keep watching. Alright, so it's still very early in the morning. It's just 7 o'clock. And I've prepared my setup for this experiment. I've been wanting to do this for the longest time since I got my Lily Drip because I really wanted to have that point of comparison if this thing works. This is about 500 pesos when you buy this, and it only comes with the Lily Drip itself plus this small, I guess, setup tool that looks like this. And I've actually set it up earlier, but let me just show you how it is. So it's this one. It looks like this. I featured this in another video. I will link it up here so that you can see my first video about Lily Drip. And I've been using this in, well, usually when I have my V60 brew, I use this because, well, I have it, so I just want to use it. I just want to make use of it, you know, making the most of your cost per use ratio. So I've been very curious as to the improvements or the difference that it makes with my coffee. I haven't had any point of comparison simply because I only had one reverse dripper then. So a few weeks back, I got my second reverse dripper, which is kind of sad because I got this from Lazada at full price. So the day after I got this, it actually went on sale. So that was a bummer. But yeah, so now I have two reverse dripper. I prefer using reverse dripper because it's virtually unbreakable unless my cats like chew on it, but this is like very cat proof. I love that it's very foldable and compact, so I can store it like easily and conveniently and efficiently. So I have two of them. Normally when I keep them, I just stack them together like so, and it takes up such a little space comparing to having two full like hard V60 drippers. Alright, so for today's video, I will be using this Crescendo Tuba Arabica beans from Lindon. And I chose this because it actually noted here on the label that it has orange peel, nectarine, black tea, and jasmine. And in all the times that I've been brewing this or drinking this and using this, I haven't really captured the orange peel and nectarine notes of it. I've never actually captured it. But I have there's another girl in our coffee group who was able to capture it. So I was thinking perhaps this is a good candidate for me to use for today to see if the Lily Drip would actually capture the sweet notes, just as this promise, because the Lily Drip says that this tool, this device, gives you access to the sweet spot of your bean and all that blah 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 because of the surface exposure or whatever that is. It has a long scientific explanation or like reasoning behind how it works. So I'll just link my previous video about Lily Drip up here so you can just refer to that. But today I just want to give you that practical experiment. Does it really affect the taste? Does it really make your coffee taste yummier? Yeah, so before anything else, let me just prep my boiling water. Again, I'm using Brita water because this is what we have been advised to use when I had our class with the chief caffeinator, Raul. And then later on, I will be transferring it here on my gooseneck. In the meantime, let me just set up my other V60. I'm using this Hario size 1. I really love that it fits to this because brewing the Daiso Kalita dripper and filter feels very awkward for me the filter and the dripper, they don't really like match in size. So yeah, I like it when you see that everything is seamlessly like built for each other. Okay, so I decided not to pre-wet the filters simply because I don't want the extraction to start that far apart. I want them to start, like I want to keep all the factors constant, and the only variable factor here should be the lily drip. So I will not pre-wet the filters today. Let me just grind 30 grams of coffee. So we will be having 15-15. So today I'll be using again my favorite brewing app called Brew Timer. Yeah, we can try Kurasu's method. So it's a 2-minute brew using 12 grams of coffee. So I'll be grinding 24 grams in total. I think it will fit my grinder. And yeah, I will try Kurasu's settings for today. Let me just remove some of the things so it's not cluttered. Alright, so our water has come into a boil. It says here that it has to be at 92 degrees. Oh, this smells so good. Like off the bag, it smells really fragrant and like I can smell cream. Pag open the bag, you can smell the cream. So okay, let me just get 24 grams. And there, so it's at exact 24 grams. Okay, so here's how the beans look like. And there, it's at 24 grams. And let's start grinding it. So I've been using this setting with my Kalita dripper. Okay, sakto. It's like filled to the brim, but we'll make it work. And this is going to take a while. And like a bit of exercise. Times like this, I wish I had like an electronic grinder or a steel grinder. Okay, so let's check. Looking good. I'm sure we have a lot more. We're just halfway through. Okay. Okay, so let's just... And let me just finish this quickly para... Actually, it's faster when you remove it. Like, it's faster to grind them in smaller servings than just filling it to the brim. I tap it a little. Okay. It seems na 12.7 siya. So let me just show you a comparison of our setup. This is the one with Lily Drip, 12 grams, and this is our regular V60. All other things remaining constant, just the Lily Drip. Okay, this is empty. Let me measure out my water. It says it needs 200 ml per cup, so I need 400 ml of freshly boiled water. So I'll try brewing with this first, the regular cup. Okay, so it says here that's 25 ml bloom. So let's start. So 85. Right now. Okay. And ito naman, 85. Always press there. Third pour is 90 ml. Okay. So, press there. All right. We'll let it fall. Ito rin, 90. And that's it. That's like the final pour. Okay, so comparing the coffee bed, it's more even here. I'm not sure it affects that or it affects anything, but it's just flatter in the Lily drip cup versus our regular V60. I didn't agitate it anymore with a spoon or whatever. I was just pouring, trying to make everything even. So the moment of truth, since this doesn't have the holder, it's harder for me. I need to like raise it so it won't over extract. Anyway, so this is my Lily drip cup and this is my regular V60 cup. Let's just try first the regular. So I have a benchmark. It's very tea-like actually. So let me just try and taste this. Okay. In here, the tea notes would come sooner than this cup. When you take a sip with this, you'll instantly taste that it's tea, it's black tea. There's that profile. But with this, I still can taste the sweet notes, but I feel that I can taste more of the citrus notes. Like this one would have your tea note at the forefront, and then this one, the citrus notes or like that little sour, not like super wincing sour, but there's like a tinge of sourness, perhaps the citric acid, playing around at the forefront. However, I still can taste the sweet nectarine profile of it. Or perhaps the sweet nectarine profile is not really during its wet state. Perhaps it's at its dry state. That's what I'm thinking. Because I've been looking for the sweet notes in the cup, but perhaps it's when it's in the bag. So there. There's a very slight difference in dimension as what I've said earlier. This cup would have like a blacker profile, even if you will notice that this cup was immersed a little longer because this didn't have the foldable holder versus this. So this one had no overbrewing going on and all that stuff. This had some of that, but perhaps no, because the Lily drip kept everything afloat. So, I mean, I think I've kept everything shoulder to shoulder. It's just the Lily drip that's like different, right? The grind is simultaneous. The pour is one after the other, so I don't think that there's much like difference from there. Yeah, this would have that more nutty, earthy black tea kind of thing going on. And this would have more of the sour notes. Not really the sweet notes, it's just the sour notes. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. I think I got my answer. Although I didn't really capture the sweet notes that I've been trying so bad to do, but perhaps it's the limitation of the bean. I've been trying to source like this amazing bean that I've tested during Raul's class, and yesterday I actually purchased like 4 actually kinds of beans, and they will be coming over here in the next few days or weeks. So I'm excited to try those. If you're interested to see more coffee taste testing videos, don't forget to hit subscribe down below and like this video if you've enjoyed it. If you think it was boring, comment down below and let me know how I can improve it. And yeah, I guess that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next coffee video. Bye!